Woo! It's been a minute, hasn't it? Hello, I am Coach Bree, and I did a poll on my story, and the question said something along the lines of, what are your biggest struggles in your health and fitness journey? Why is it so hard for you to either stay consistent on your journey or start a journey at all that you say that you're going to follow? And a lot of the responses that I got were pretty much the same responses: consistency, time, discipline, structure. Somebody said that they need a gym partner. They work better in groups, things like that. So I want to tackle all of these excuses. And if you are somebody that wants to actually do a live strategy call with me during this, go ahead and do the thing where you request to join, and I will do a strategy call live. On those strategy calls, what I do with people, I go through your specific situation. We figure out what you need and how I can help you come up with something to stay consistent with. This journey is not supposed to be something that is hard. It's not supposed to be something that takes you away from everything else that you have going on. You are a business owner. You are a corporate leader. You are a parent. You are whatever you are. You have all of these responsibilities, and you being on a health and fitness journey is not supposed to take you away from those responsibilities. It's supposed to help you show up better for those responsibilities. It's supposed to help you feel better while you're doing these things. It's supposed to help you actually make more money in your business, get those promotions that you want to get. It's supposed to help you be able to be there more for your family. It's supposed to do all of these things. None of this journey is meant to take you away from that. So let's talk about it. First, consistency. Now, honestly, all of these kind of go hand in hand. Consistency, time, discipline, lack of motivation, like all of these kind of go hand in hand. So we can really tackle all of these in one what do they say, one fair swoop? But when you are saying that you don't have the time, I guarantee you there is more time in your day and you just haven't planned for it. When we plan for something, we are being very proactive. We are taking initiative on something that we're going to do. We are committing to doing this. You're planning for it. You're putting it into your schedule. Just like if you have a meeting, you're going to put that into your schedule. Just like if there's somewhere you have to be, you're going to put that in your schedule. You're going to make sure it gets done. Your health and fitness needs to be the same exact way. Now, that does not mean that you are taking 6 days a week, 2 hours out of your day to make sure that you get this done. That's not what that means. That means that 3 times a week for 30 minutes, you are dedicating this time to actually show up for yourself. As a business owner, as a corporate leader, as a parent, you have a tendency, and tendency isn't even the right word because we do it constantly. You have the habit, or whatever we want to call it, you put everybody else above your own self-care, right? You put all of these other things above what you need because it's just what you're trying to do. As a woman, as a man, as a caretaker, as a breadwinner, you are so used to putting everybody and everything else first. Your kids have to be somewhere. Okay, I got to make sure that this gets done. I got to make sure that they get there because who else is going to take them? I got to make sure that I'm the one that gets them there. A presentation needs to be done at work. I'm the one that leads that. I got to make sure that I get it done. I got to make sure it's right. I got to make sure that it's ready in time. Everybody knows their job. I got to handle that. For your business, if you have a product-based business, I have to be the one to make sure that this product gets out. I have to do this. I have to do that. That comes first. And I'm not telling you to put your business or your family on the back burner. I'm definitely not telling you to do that, but I'm telling you that you should not be on the back burner. Just because we prioritize these other things does not mean that we continue to put ourselves on the back burner. We say, I'm going to make time for it later. I didn't have time today, I'll do it tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. And now, because tomorrow is consistently, you're saying I'm going to do it tomorrow, that's consistently being the conversation that you're having with yourself, it never happens, and now your health is declining. Now you don't have the energy to even show up for the people. Now you're taking your anger out, your frustration out on the people that you care about, and it's not even their fault. It has nothing to do with that. them, but you're so frustrated with everything that you have going on that you can't even show up the right way for them. You can't even give your all to this presentation. You can't even give your all on that sales call because your energy is so depleted, because you don't feel yourself. You need to make sure that you are taking at least 30 minutes out of your day for you, regardless of what that looks like. That's going to look different for everybody. You cannot keep giving me the excuse of I don't have time. 30 minutes out of your day? Go ahead and go to your settings. Go to your settings right now and see what that screen time says for the specific apps. Whether your chosen app is Instagram, is TikTok, is Pinterest, is YouTube, whatever that is, go to your settings and see what your screen time says you're spending daily, weekly on that app, and even just cut that in half. Take half of that and spend it away from your phone. Spend it taking care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Spend it going to the gym. Spend it moving your body. The health journey looks different for everybody. It may not be you're going to the gym every single time. It may not be that you're going to take a class every single time. It may be that you're just going for a walk outside. I don't know where you are, but in Atlanta it's cold. Today's a little bit warmer than it has been, but you have a manual treadmill. You have a treadmill at home. You walk on it. You can still watch TV while you're walking on that. You're getting movement in. You're taking time for yourself. You're being active. It could be going to the gym. If you're going to the gym, you find a gym that's closest to you. We always try to make this process so much harder. We find a gym that we want to go to Lifetime that costs 5 times what a regular gym membership would cost, and it's 10 miles further than the gym that's right around the corner from us, but we want to go there because on Instagram it looks cute. You are creating so much friction between you and your goals that you're never going to be able to accomplish it. You are creating so much resistance because you want it to look perfect. You want it to be so perfect. You want it to look like the Instagram influencers. You want it to look like how all of the big trainers and the big people that have been bodybuilding and doing all these things for years, you want it to look like that. But that is not your story. That is not where you begin. That may be down the line where you end up once you make it a habit. But right now you're so focused on it looking a certain way that you're not doing anything. Start small. Create the least amount of resistance possible to do this. Find a gym that's close to you. Matter of fact, just order some dumbbells. Order some resistance bands at the house. I would much rather you spend 15-20 minutes doing a resistance band and dumbbell workout at home than sitting on your ass because you said you didn't have time to go to the gym. Ooh. Right? We're trying to say that we don't have time. We're trying to create all of these excuses. We're trying to say that we can't be consistent. You can't be consistent because you don't know what you're doing. You haven't planned for it. But when you sit down and actually make a plan, now you have more structure. Now, when you go, you're ready. Now you're not wasting an extra 30 minutes in the gym because you don't know what to do, because you're so overwhelmed by all the things that you see. You have a plan. We go in there knowing what we're going to do. We don't go in there and hope that it finds us along the way. That's where we fuck up at. We want to go and we have all of these workouts saved that we've seen on Instagram, and we see all of these things that they're doing, and then we get to the gym and our gym doesn't even have that same machine that we saw. Now you stuck. Now you don't know what to do. Now you sitting here walking around because you're too embarrassed to ask anybody what to do. Now you just walking around, you end up maybe walking on the treadmill, and then you just end up going home because you're just so overwhelmed you don't know what to do. It's because you went in without a plan. Figure out a plan. Figure out a time block, okay? If the morning time is what works best for you, go in the morning. Commit to going in the morning. If you got to be at work at 9, there's plenty of time before that you can go get a 20-30 minute workout in and get to work on time. If lunchtime is your specialty, get to work, get what you got to get done, take time out for lunch, know what you're going to do when you get there, get back to work. If after work is your time, get up in the morning, make sure that you actually get through your day, get through a productive day. You have the energy, you go to the gym, you get it done. Know what you're going to do when you get there. Another way that you can create a lesser amount of friction is by knowing what you're going to wear. I know it's so like elementary and middle, but then like we used to get so excited about the clothes that we were putting on, and we used to just lay it out. I'm not gonna touch that side of the bed, you know. This is what I'm wearing in the morning. I'm excited. It's the first day of school. That's how you need to be about your gym. And I'm not saying that means you have to go buy all the fancy gym clothes and the cute gym girly outfits that you see all over Instagram. No, but find something that you're comfortable with. Find some leggings and a t-shirt and some socks and some shoes. And just know what you're going to wear. It can be very simple. I wear the most simple stuff, but it still takes me 30 plus minutes to get ready. My man be so sick of me because I need to get up an hour before we gotta go anywhere, and it takes him 5 minutes. And I wear the most simple things. It's not even anything complicated that I'm wearing, anything extra that I'm wearing, but I still need extra time. But when you're getting up in the morning and you know what you're going to wear to the gym, you know what you're going to wear to work, that takes away some of the friction between you and your goals. Consistency comes from planning. When you know what you're going to do, you have a better chance to actually stay consistent with the things that you said you wanted to accomplish. Plan for it. When it comes to what you actually do, how do you know if what you're doing is right? And the short answer is you don't. There's honestly no true way around that. You don't know until you try. You don't know what you don't know. But you can sit here and contemplate, oh, maybe I should start strength training, or maybe I should start Pilates, maybe I should start yoga, maybe I should start running, maybe I should do all this, that, and the third. You sit here and contemplate all of these things, and because you don't know which one is technically best for you and your goals, you don't do anything. And I can promise you that that's not it. I promise you that that's not the way to do it. Sitting here not doing anything because you're so overwhelmed with all of the different types of exercises, and if you choose strength training and just don't know what exercises work what, and you just end up sitting on your ass doing nothing, like, that's not going to get it done. I promise you that. There are a couple ways to actually figure out what works best for you. Number one is just do it. Pick something and stay consistent with it. And number two is get a coach. There are professionals that are actually here to tell you what to do. We study this. We know what works for you. We know what works for your body type. We know what doesn't. We know what you need to actually hit those goals. We understand that. But if coaching is not in your budget, try something. Try something and stay consistent with it. 30 minutes a day. It's not going to take too much time out of your day. Time is no longer an excuse. Now, the other thing that I see is, especially like around this new year, new me time frame, everybody wants to go all in and do so much. You're doing entirely too much. You're trying to go to the gym 6 days a week. You want to be in there for 2 hours. You want to hit every single muscle group in one workout session. And then by the time you hit day 2 and day 3, you're too sore to even do anything else. You don't have the capacity to do anything else. And now you're sore. You're out for the next 3 days. You don't even want to go through that again. So the next week, you don't even show up. You're hurting yourself. And a lot of you don't even know what you're doing enough to do that. You lead to injury, which means you're really out for the next X amount of days, X amount of weeks. Calm down. You don't have to do all of that. Pace yourself. All it takes is 3 days, maybe 4 max. It does not take all of this extra curricular things. You don't have to go strength training and running and cycling and yoga and all of this. You don't have to do that. Pick something. And most of all, pick something you enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, let me tell you this. I used to teach cycle. When I was a junior in college, I believe, when I first got into I started training when I was a sophomore in college. And I started in a small gym. I started at the YMCA, and I did personal training, I did small group training, I did all of these things. I taught cycle, I taught yoga. And that taught me that I fucking hate cycle. Shout out to all my cycle people out there. More respect, more power to you, but that is not for me. That is not for me. And it's not for everybody. But do I keep doing it just because I heard that it gets you results? Do I continue to try to learn it and try to force myself to fall in love with it just because I heard that you get some sexy ass legs from doing it? No. Because then I'm going to be miserable and I'm going to start to resent even going and doing the thing. If you don't enjoy it, you're not going to stay consistent with it. So find something you enjoy. Give it a chance. Yes, I'm not saying go for one day and you don't enjoy it the first day and you just say, fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not saying to do that. Give it a chance. Give it some time. Find some people in the community. See if you can build a relationship. But if it's just really something you don't enjoy, don't force it. Find something else. There's too many other opportunities. There's too many other options out here for you to just be sitting here miserable trying to do something and then ultimately failing because you don't enjoy it at all. Now, another thing that somebody said was they want a workout partner. They want a buddy to actually go through this process with. And that's cool. I cannot say that I'm mad at that. I understand you wanting support, you wanting somebody to help you through this, and you want to do this with somebody. I completely understand that. But what I have to say about that is that means that your success is ultimately defined by this one person. You can have somebody be an accountability partner, but relying on them. So for example, I had a call with a potential client who stopped going to the gym because her partner stopped going to the gym. You chose an accountability partner and you chose somebody that you wanted to be on this journey with, and because they stopped, you stopped. That defeats the purpose. You can have support, but you still have to be able to show up anyway. You still have to have the willpower and the goals and the bandwidth outside of this person to show up for yourself. Because if you're constantly waiting for them to feel like it and for you to feel like it at the same time, you're both going to fail. There are ways that you can have a support system and an accountability system that does not rely on y'all having to go to the gym at the same time and do the same thing, because y'all may be good friends, but you may not have the same schedule, or you may not enjoy the same workout, or whatever. Okay, there's so many things that have to line up just perfectly for you to be able to have that one person as a consistent accountability partner, and it's not feasible. Okay, so I say find a group. If that is something that you prefer, find a group, find a class. Find small group sessions, find a community rather than one person, because then it's more than just yourself. And make sure that community are people that are disciplined, people that actually have goals. Talk about the goals with each other. Talk about the ultimate goal. What does it feel like? What do you want to actually get from this? Is the ultimate goal to lose weight? Okay, great. But what does that mean? When you say that you want to lose weight, when you lose the weight, what does that mean for you? Does that mean that you're more confident when you go out and talk to potential clients? Does that mean that you feel better in your body and you are more willing to put yourself out there and get back to dating? Does that mean that you have more energy to actually play with your kids? What does that mean? You can't just say, oh, I want to lose weight, so that's why I'm here. No, it's got to be something bigger than that. That has to do with why we suck at consistency. Because we don't have a big enough reason for why we're doing it. You can say, I want to be sexy as hell. Okay? I fully support it. Trust me, I fully support it. But what does that mean for you? What does that look like for you? Does that mean that you are wearing clothes that you've been staring at in your closet for months now, for years now, that you never thought you would be able to wear again? Does that mean that you feel more comfortable going to different places? Does that mean that you are experiencing new things? That you're allowing space for other people to actually come into your life because you have that self-confidence now? What does it mean? What does it feel like? You have to have these conversations if that is the route that you choose to go. Regardless, you have to have these conversations. But if that's a route as far as like having a community, small group, having an accountability partner, any of those things, if that is the route that you decide to go, you have to have these conversations. Because it will not mean enough for you to just say, I want to lose weight and I want you to be on this journey with me. Okay? Now, the final thing that I want to talk about is your actual recovery and self-care outside of the gym. We cannot only go to the gym and beat ourselves up for 30, 45 minutes, however long we decide to be in there, and come home and just sit on our ass. That's going to hinder your results, okay? And that's going to lead into your lack of consistency. Because when you think about what percentage of your day is that actually, how much time are you actually spending in the gym and towards your own self-care, towards your own health and wellness? It's a very small percentage. 30, 45 minutes, 3 times a week, maybe 4 times a week. That's a very small percentage out of your time. What you need to do, what will help you, what I recommend is to incorporate some form of stretching, some form of mobility, some form of recovery, whether it be sauna, ice bath, massages, stretch therapy, any of these things. I recommend that you incorporate these things. If you're on a budget, stretch at home. If you have a little more leeway, find a flexologist to actually stretch you out on those recovery days. Find a massage therapist that can massage you once a month or so. Sign up with Sweat House. Sign up with the union has a sauna and ice bath. Find a resource. Find a resource that has these capabilities that can actually help aid you, because it's more than simply working out. It has to do with your nutrition. It has to do with your mobility. It has to do with your recovery. It has to do with everything ties into this one journey, okay? And it is not, when I say that, do not get overwhelmed. Please, please, please do not feel like, oh, well, you told me it has to be simple, but now you're telling me it's all these things. Relax. Calm down, okay? It's still simple. It's still small pieces that we're putting together that we build over time. But you have to start somewhere. You are waiting for the perfect time, and I promise you the perfect time is not going to come. The perfect time is not going to just come up and knock at your door. You got to go out there and say, okay, this is where I'm starting. This is the end goal for sure, but this is where I'm starting. I'm going to start with this. I'm going to be consistent with this, and I'm going to habit stack. I'm going to build off of this. And that is how I'm going to reach my goals by X date. We can talk about SMART goals and how to actually plan for that and do that in another video, but start somewhere. Start with that. Keep it simple. Consistency is no longer an excuse. Lack of discipline is no longer an excuse. All of these things that you have to say, this is why I cannot, let me know. If there's more, let me know, and I will tell you why you can. Because I want to see you do what's best for you. I don't want you to continue to sit here doing the same bullshit that you did last year, doing the same bullshit that you did last week, doing the same bullshit that you did years ago. I don't want to see that. I want to actually see you accomplish the things that you told me you wanted to accomplish. We've been talking about it for years. I've been posting about this stuff for years, and y'all been telling me the same shit over and over again. It's the same people. I'm not going to call you out personally, but I just want you to know I see you. and I see you doing the same stuff, and it's time to put a stop to it. Now, I'm having an event on February 23rd. This event is going to talk about all of this. This event is going to actually help you get the tools and resources that you need to get on track. I have 2 different options, but I want to see you in that room. I want to make sure that you are done giving me the same excuses, because you can't tell it to my face. You know, I mean, you maybe can, but you're sitting here on social media, you giving me the same things, you watching the videos, you saying, oh, it's helping me so much, it's doing this and that third, but you still haven't done anything. You're still sitting here on your phone watching the same videos, hearing the same thing over and over again, but you still have not taken action towards the thing that you said that you wanted to accomplish. So it's time to cut that shit out. It's time to cut that shit out for real. Like, stop playing. Okay? I don't want to see you fail. I don't want to see you miss out on the next opportunity because you weren't well enough to take advantage. I don't want to see you miss out on the next thing or miss out on being there for your family because you were not in the right headspace physically and mentally to actually do the things that you said you wanted to do. So if you want to come to this event, February 23rd, Recover and Revive. We have sponsors from Hyperice, Lululemon, Sweat House. We have different things going on. If you are interested, just DM me the word recover and I will send you the information. If you have any questions, if you have any disputes, I want to argue. Like, if you have something to say, if you want to argue, if you think that I'm wrong, if you think that there's something more that I need to elaborate on, anything like that, please, please, please let me know. I'm more than willing and open. I'm an open book. I'm full transparency. I would love to have the conversation. I will go live again. We can talk about SMART goals. If there's anything specific that you need help with, that you want to tackle, let me know. But if you want to come to this event, DM me the word recover and I will send you the information. Bye-bye. YouTube, this is our first video. I don't know how it's gonna look, but that was me going live on Instagram. I go live every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Wind Down Wednesday with Coach Bree. I talk about all things fitness, all things health and wellness. I am Coach Bree. I am here to help you as a business owner, entrepreneur, high-level corporate leader, prioritize yourself through custom programs, custom nutrition plans, and helping you learn how to prioritize self-care and recovery. We're gonna clean that up, we're gonna work on that, but I hope you like the video.